Hello everyone, welcome to the session. How is everyone doing? A very good morning guys. Welcome to the session. कैसे हो आप सब? Hello. Good morning guys. I hope everyone's doing well. Yes, good morning. Hello Kartikeya, welcome to the session. Hi Nikhil, good evening. Welcome to the session. Today's session is going to be a very special session guys. Because आज के session में what we're going to discuss is CAT 2021 slot 3 paper. So are all of you ready to start the discussion? Yes. Guys, it's very important to go through the PYQs. It's very important to make sure कि आपका strategy perfect हो. आपका accuracy के साथ साथ it's very important कि you also manage your nerves and you also manage the time well. And that will only happen if you solve PYQs, if you take sectionals, if you take mocks, and if you solve PYQs. So I hope all of you are ready for this. Yes? Hi Sheikh, hello Amir, hello Pallavi, good evening. Welcome to the session. Hi Naveen, कैसे हो आप? Good evening. Good evening guys, welcome to the session. Okay, chalo, let's get started. Okay, so I have all of you prepared for this guys. Yes, I hope all of you have gone through the PYQ paper before. Even if you've not gone through it, it's completely okay because we are going to discuss it from scratch. Good Naveen, very good. Welcome to the session. So guys, before this, I would like to remind everyone that आपको सबको CAT का subscription जल्दी से लेना है. When you take the subscription, you get complete access to the entire CAT portal. आपको you get to learn from India's top educators, live tests and quizzes, Unacademy community feature, open house feature, raise a hand, आप doubts पूछ सकते हो, sectionals, mocks, there's no limit to your learning, and a very interactive interface at that. And when you take the iconic subscription, you also get the benefit of one-on-one mentorship. So jaldi se apna subscription lo and use the code Ritu MBA in order to subscribe. And guys, you're all in luck. बताओ क्यों? क्योंकि usually ये prizes होते हैं, ठीक है, plus and iconic subscription के. Yes, Kartikeya. It includes GDPI sessions, it includes GK sessions, it includes complete classes, lectures, live classes, recorded classes. Yes, and now there is a very good. Kartikeya already knows it. What about the others? Guys, just give me 1 minute. I will show you the surprise. Okay, okay, so this is a surprise that I've been talking about. You get 20% off plus and iconic subscription if you apply the code Ritu MBA. ठीक है guys, आपको क्या करना है? आपको बस code apply करना है Ritu MBA. Good evening Jishnu, welcome to the session, and you get 20% off your CAT and iconic subscriptions. Huge savings guys. ये ऑफर इज अ लिमिटेड टाइम ऑफर. आप देख सकते हो सिर्फ 11th 12th 13th 14th सिर्फ 4 दिन के लिए ऑफर है. सो जल्दी से इसका बेनिफिट उठाओ एंड डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू अप्लाई द कोड Ritu MBA. Yes, done guys, wonderful. चलो surprise. Okay, so guys, are all of you ready with the paper? Shall we start with the paper analysis? Yes, चलो पेपर एनालिसिस से शुरुआत करते हैं गाइस. नाउ आप में से किन किन लोगों ने कैट 2021 स्लॉट 3 का पेपर दिया है? बताओ जल्दी से. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू? सी शेख एंड शेख, ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज प्रिपेयर फॉर कैट. ओके, बिकॉज कैट 2023 के लिए भी एक ही साल है एंड दैट्स गोइंग टू गो कंप्लीटली इन योर प्रिपरेशन. सो डोंट क्लटर योर हेड, you know, at the moment definitely to start with the preparation. ठीक है, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली जो कैट का स्कोर है वो बहुत मैटर करेगा. आप इधर से एक छोटा 3 मंथ का सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स कर लोगे, 2-3 महीने का इंटर्नशिप कर लोगे, वो इतना मैटर नहीं करेगा. एंड में व्हाट मैटर्स इज योर कैट स्कोर. सो यूज दिस टाइम वाइजली एंड प्रिपेयर फॉर द कैट एग्जामिनेशन. गुड नवीन. ओके, right, come on guys, let's get started. So ये रहा पेपर आपके स्क्रीन पर. Now see guys, first let's analyze the paper and see what the IIMs have done. Okay, now अगर आप first passage देखो यहाँ पे, today we can hardly conceive of ourselves without an unconscious, yet between 1700 and 1900 this notion. So you understand that this is a completely abstract passage. हाँ या ना, ये abstract passage है guys. Yes. the conscious, the unconscious. Yes, this is completely an abstract passage. Okay, which is closest to mapping the main arguments of the passage. Now guys, I've always told you it's my guarantee that you will not see any question in the examination which will be alien to all of you. Those of you who have attended today's plus class, do you remember this? Do you remember this type of question? Yes, we did it with the I think the Jefferson and the Donald Trump passage, right? The one which talked about the American spending. Which of the following words represents the flow of the passage or the structure of the passage? This is exactly that question. Okay, so it's very important that आप लोग सारे question types से familiar हो. Which one of the following statements best describes what the passage is about? Again, central idea, main idea, question. Correct. The enrichments of literary, okay, which one of the following interpretations would be closest in meaning to the original? Again, closest in meaning. These are all critical reasoning questions. These are all, exactly Jishnu, these are all inference-based questions. All of the following statements will be considered valid inferences. See how important critical reasoning is. That's why as a foundation, I always take you through critical reasoning classes. Why? Because of this. Most of the questions, guys, is exam में आपको CR based ही मिलेंगे. Okay, passage 2. Keeping time accurately comes with a price, the maximum accuracy of a clock. So this is related to time. And there is entropy. Again, it looks like a dense passage. What is the purpose of this example? Why has the author mentioned this example? No, but it's not a drop, right? You're preparing for the CAT examination. You can use that in order to, you can say I'm preparing for the examinations. That's fine. The author makes all of the following arguments in the passage except keywords. Again, similar question. देखो question repeated है. None of the following statements can be inferred from the passage except double negative. ये थोड़ा सा tricky हो जाएगा. ठीक है, हमको इस पे फोकस करना पड़ेगा. Except पे भी फोकस करना पड़ेगा, none पे भी फोकस करना पड़ेगा. तो देखा questions को कैसे present किया गया है. Okay, then this talks about language, and all of my students, you will know that I've taken you through several passages on language. Correct? Linguistics is one of, we've done it and we've overdone it in a certain way. Okay, or where summarizes the author's position, true and false question. Okay, so guys, सारे के सारे अगर आप देखो यहाँ पे it's agreement, disagreement, critical reasoning, inference, author's opinion, exception questions. So it becomes very important to focus on CR. Okay, next, new X-Men comics, mutant heroes, robots. Okay, so this passage is mainly about robots. Good evening, Ria. Welcome to the session. So guys, अब एक बार आपने passages देख लिए, correct? Now in the exam, you don't have to look at all the questions. You just have to see the passage का topic. Okay, now you select the topic according to your, which passage will you select first depends upon your topic familiarity or the topic which appeals to you best. Hi Deepak. तो इनमें से कौन सा टॉपिक आप पहले सिलेक्ट करोगे, उस पे कौन सा पैसेज आप पहले सिलेक्ट करोगे, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. करेक्ट राहुल, दैट्स, थैंक यू. So that's why no passage will look alien to you and no question should look alien to you. That's our goal and that's why we overdo things. Okay, so guys, कौन सा passage select करना है आपको, जल्दी से बताओ. Topic familiarity के basis पे 3 abstract passages है, entropy के बारे में है, language के बारे में है, robotics के बारे में है. Okay, so which one do you want me to select? Shall we select the one with the language? Time one. Okay, the time and the robot one. Fine, let's select the time and robot. Okay, so now let us say we start with the passage. Okay, initially what is your strategy? Nothing. You don't know. You don't know whether to go through skimming, go through it in skimming and scanning way. Skimming and scanning जाना है या traditional reading जाना है या reverse reading जाना है या sectional reading जाना है, अभी तक हमको कुछ नहीं पता है. You will come to know that as and when you read the passage और उसमें कितना scope है to skim and scan. Hi Darpan, right on time. We're just beginning with the analysis. Okay, listen up guys. Keeping time accurately comes with a price. The maximum accuracy of a clock is directly related to how much disorder or entropy it creates every time it ticks. Natalia Ars, okay, fine, made this discovery using a tiny clock with an accuracy that can be controlled. So maximum accuracy of a clock is related to how much disorder, this disorder or entropy it creates. Okay, The clock consists of a 50 nanometer thick membrane of silicon nitride vibrated by an electric current. Keep reading, keep reading. Good evening, Rishika. Each time the membrane moved up and down once and then returned to its original position, they counted a tick. So this basically explains the process with which they went about this, particular research experiment. So इसको आप skim and scan कर सकते हो, or you can just ditch it for once. Focus on the finding. If there's a question on this, we can anyway come back and check. The researchers found that as they increased the clock's accuracy, the heat produced in the system grew, increasing the entropy of its surroundings by jostling nearby particles. So as the accuracy increases, so does the entropy increases. Okay, so this is the finding. This is important. The rest of it, you can just erase it from your, just skim and scan. If a clock is more accurate, you're paying for it somehow. So pay kar rahe ho. In terms of what? In terms of entropy. You pay for it by pouring more ordered energy into the clock, which is then converted into entropy. By measuring time, we are increasing the entropy. The more entropy there is in the universe, the closer it may be to the eventual demise. Ab zyada entropy is related to the demise of the universe, or the closer eventual demise of the universe. Maybe we should stop measuring time. The scale of the additional entropy is so small, though, that there's no need to worry about its effects, she says. There's no need to worry about its effects. Okay, so these are the keywords. Got it, guys? So more the accuracy of a clock, more entropy, bringing us closer to the eventual demise of the universe. Should we stop measuring time? But Aries says that no, there's no need to worry about its effect because it's very small. The scale of the additional entropy is so small. The increase in entropy in timekeeping may be related to the arrow of time. This is Huber. Okay, it has been suggested that the reason that time only flows forward is that the total amount of entropy in the universe is constantly increasing, creating disorder that cannot be put in order again. So this gives us why time flows only forward. Okay, it gives us a reason for that. The relationship that the researchers found is a limit on the accuracy of the clock. It doesn't mean that a clock that creates the most possible entropy would be maximally accurate. Hence, a large inefficient grandfather clock isn't more precise than an atomic clock. Okay, so इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि if it's more accurate, if it creates more entropy, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I'm using more fuel doesn't mean that I'm going faster. When the researchers compared the results with the theoretical models, they were surprised to find that both the relation between accuracy and entropy seemed to be the same for both. Okay, theoretical models developed for clocks that relied on quantum effects. We can't be sure yet that these results are actually universal, though because where there are many types of clocks, it's still unclear how this plays out in real devices. Understanding this relationship could be helpful for designing clocks in the future. It could help us understand how the quantum world and the classical world are similar. So this talks about the implications of this research. Now, I've not memorized anything. I'm not trying and remembering everything. I'm not making sense of the passage as of yet. I've just highlighted the keywords. Did you understand my point? You just figure out where what is given and you just find out the keywords. When you come to the question, that's when you infer based on the options, and that's when you sort of read and go into the depth of it. Once just skim and scan, because it is a dense passage and in the exam we do have less time. It's a bit like the fuel in the car. Just because I'm using more fuel doesn't mean that I'm going faster or further. We remember this line? We read this line. What is the purpose of this example? Okay, we've read this line, correct? अब देखते हैं कि इस line का purpose क्या है. Okay, if you go faster in a car, you will tend to consume more fuel, but the converse is not necessarily true. Increased entropy doesn't merely mean greater accuracy of a clock. This is only talking about the car and the time. So we'll eliminate this because the importance of the reason or the purpose why the author mentioned this example was to iska fuel or faster car ka parallel lekar he wanted to explain the relationship between time and entropy, which is not there in option B. Atomic clock का पार्ट तो बाद में आता है. Okay, this has no relationship to time. Clock time उससे कोई relationship नहीं है. Okay, done Rahul, noted. Okay, so guys, can I clearly say that the answer option is A here? Can I clearly say the answer option is A here? यहाँ पे देख लो, यहाँ पे देख लो. Okay, it doesn't mean that a clock that creates the most possible entropy would be maximally accurate. And उसके लिए example दिया गया है. Guys, simple elimination था ये. This was simple elimination. Okay, great. Let's come to the next question. The author makes all of the following arguments in the passage except that the relationship between accuracy and entropy may not apply to all clocks. Researchers found that the heat produced in the system is the price paid. There's no difference in accuracy between an inefficient grandfather clock and an atomic clock. Both precision and heat have to be taken into account. Okay, now अब देखो guys यहाँ पे, ठीक है, let's go through this. The author makes all of the following arguments in the passage. Now, ये clearly he says that it may not apply to all clocks. Yes, more research needs to be done. It may not apply to all clocks. There are a variety of clocks. Hi Anna, this part is given. Okay, the heat produced in a system is the price paid. But guys, if you look at this, the heat produced in the system is the price paid. No, the price paid is not the heat produced. It is the ordered energy that you put into the clock, which is then converted into entropy. So can I say that option B is the answer? Yes or no? We remember where it's given, right? That is the key. That is how, you see, you've understood. I've not memorized it. Rote learning नहीं किया है यहाँ पे, कुछ भी infer नहीं किया, पर मेरे को पता है कि कहाँ क्या दिया है, तो it becomes easy. Okay, then it becomes easy. So can I say that the answer option over here is B? The heat produced in a system is not the price paid. Okay, got it guys? Did all of you understand this? Clear with this? Which one of the following sets of words and phrases serves best as keywords of the passage? Electric current, heat, quantum effects, silicon nitride, energy, grandfather clock. Keywords. Keywords. Measuring time, accuracy, entropy, membrane, arrow of time, entropy. अब guys आप लोग बता दो आंसर, बहुत easy है ये. Easy है. Keywords. Okay, why not C Amit? There's no difference in accuracy. See, in accuracy, अगर आप यहाँ, there's no difference in accuracy. यहाँ पे देखो. An inefficient grandfather clock isn't more precise, means it's equally precise or equally accurate than an atomic clock. So उन दोनों का same ही रहेगा, चाहे वो grandfather clock हो, चाहे वो atomic clock हो, उनका accuracy और precision is going to be equal. One is not more precise than the other. That's given. That's given. Okay, clearly guys, the answer option here is going to be C. It's about time, it's about accuracy, and it's about entropy. Silicon nitride, electric current, membrane, these are not even the keywords. So this was a very direct question, and this was a +3 wala question with barely 20 seconds. None of the following statements can be inferred from the passage except that. Now what you can do is this, suppose you can search for the odd one out. For example, एक नहीं infer हो सकता, दूसरा नहीं infer हो सकता, तीसरा नहीं infer हो सकता, ठीक है? This is going to be my odd one out. Or you just find the statement which can be inferred. Negative negative cross out हो जाएगा ना? So none of the following can be inferred from the passage except मतलब क्या? Now you have to find which one can be inferred. Which one can be inferred? Understanding the question stem is very important. You understand the question stem correctly, half your work उधर ही खत्म हो जाता है. The arrow of time has not yet been tested for atomic clocks. Quantum computers are likely to produce more heat and hence more entropy because of the emphasis on their clock's accuracy. Grandfather clocks are likely to produce less heat and less entropy. But guys, ये तो out है. अभी मैंने किसका question था? अमित का question था, तो मैंने दिखाया था कि grandfather clocks are not more accurate or grandfather clocks are not more precise. A clock with a 50 nanometer thick membrane of silicon nitride has been made to vibrate, producing electric currents. Now guys, what is your answer option? Jaldi batao. Come on. "50 nanometer thick membrane of silicon nitride vibrated by an electric current." 50 nanometer thick membrane of silicon nitrate has been made to vibrate, producing electric current, nahi by an electric current. The electric current is the one which is causing the vibration. It is not the effect of the vibration. So did you understand the distortion here? Now clear, Anshul? It is not producing electric current, it is by electric current. That's why it becomes very important to check. The answer option is B. More heat because of more emphasis on more accuracy, more entropy, more heat. So your answer option will be B. It's same as the relationship that we had written down in the beginning of the passage. Did you understand this now, guys? Did you understand the approach? What have I done? I have spent more time on the questions than on the passage. That is the key. More time on the questions than on the passage. Clear? Did all of you understand this? Skim and scan किया, keywords note down किए, कहाँ क्या दिया है वो याद रखा है, इतना इन्फर करने का कोशिश नहीं किया because this is not a topic which is familiar to me. Questions पे जब आए पता था कि कहाँ क्या दिया है, चेक किया और आंसर मार्क कर दिया. एकदम कम टाइम में करना है हमको पैसेज. ओके, सी देखो, अगर if I tell you this ना, yes Rakshit, and we have done now most of those passages. Okay, I'll tell you how much time we took for this passage. Okay, we've taken exactly like with the explanation. Okay, we've taken 10 minutes. I just went back on the video and saw it. I started when we were 11 minutes into the session, and now we are about, and we are 22 minutes into the session now because I started about 3-4 minutes late. So we've taken 10 minutes for this passage with explanation, with discussion, with explanation. So without explanation, without discussion, without a video being made on it and all of that, आप सोचो कि कितना time लगता? You can easily do it in 8 minutes. 4 questions थे, 8 minutes में आराम से passage हो जाता. But right technique चाहिए हमको. Got it? Did all of you understand this? Okay, next one guys. Which passage should we take up next? Come on, shall we take the one with the line? Now you tell me, the one which किस passage में आपको सबसे ज़्यादा doubts आए थे? The robot one. Okay, let's take the robot one and then we'll come to the first one, Pallavi. Which is the summary of the central idea or the central point of the passage? So Rakshit, your question. Sense of the first para. So this is a sectional question. After doing the first para, you can come back and answer the question. Which of the following, if false, could be seen as supporting the passage? A type of question that was new for others, not for us, because we've done it many times. Which one of the following statements, if true, would be the most direct extension of the arguments? आज ही हमने question किया था, remember? If you were to add another line to the passage, what would that be? Same question है. चलो, CR है guys, पक्का CR है, ठीक है? Now the questions are mainly general except the first para वाला. तो यहाँ पे skim and scan करो और overall idea लो. Passage इतना लंबा भी नहीं है, छोटा passage है, तो time passage में कम लगाओ, questions में ज़्यादा लगाओ. So let's start reading. Back in the early 2000s, an awesome thing happened in the new X-Men comics. Our mutant heroes had been battling giant robots called Sentinels for years, but suddenly these mechanical overlords spawned or produced a new threat. nano sentinels. Not content or not satisfied to rule Earth with their metal fists, these tiny robots invaded our bodies at the microscopic level. Infected humans were slowly converted into machines, cell by cell. Now, जिनको इनमें इंटरेस्ट है ना इस टॉपिक में, वो लोग बहुत धीरे धीरे आराम से पढ़ेंगे इसको मजे ले लेकर. वैसे नहीं करना है गाइस, क्विकली करना है. See, you just see the question stem, Rakshit, and figure out the nature of questions, but you will have to read the passage. Okay, but it's very important to just glance at the question once so that you know what your reading strategy should be. Because see, for example, now I know that the questions are general in nature, so I'll skim and scan. A new way of extremely odd robots is making at least part of the nano sentinel story come true. अब ये असली में बदलता जा रहा है. Using exotic fabrication materials like squishy hydrogels and elastic polymers, researchers are making autonomous devices that are often tiny and that could turn out to be more powerful. Some are 1 centimeter blobs that can stake over water. Others are flat sheets or matchstick-sized plastic coils. No, they won't be invading our bodies and turning us into sentinels, which I personally find a little disappointing. But some of them could one day swim through our bloodstream to heal us. They could clean up pollutants in water. And they could become different kinds of vehicles for us to drive. So this para tells us how small they are, what their structure is, and what the future implication is. Unlike a traditional robot, these new kinds are made from molecular parts. Autonomous, they are also independent. तो ये उनमें सिमिलैरिटी है, ये डिफरेंस हमको फोकस करना है. A robot made from smart materials might mean nothing more than a pin drop of hydrogel. मतलब इतने छोटे हैं. Instead of gears and wires, it's assembled from 2 kinds of molecules. Sometimes these materials are used to enhance more conventional robots. Okay, and then they give you example which you can switch. It's definitely the future I want. Skim and scan. The author is clearly in favor of it. Soft robots which could swim through our bodies. They're guided through tubes of fluid. Okay, and they're trying to develop these kinds of robots. The rest of it you skim and scan the description. Anyway, you will not remember कितना nano particle, कितना stretchy material, कितना rubber, ये सब आपको वैसे भी याद नहीं रहेगा. तो इसको skim and scan करो. देखा कितना टाइम लगा? 2 minutes. 2 minutes में passage हो गया. अब questions पे आओ जल्दी से. Which one of the following statements best summarizes the central point of the passage? Once the stuff of science fiction, nano robots now feature in cutting edge scientific research. हाँ, first para says कि पहले सिर्फ science fiction में था पर अब reality बनता जा रहा है. Correct. Robots will use nano robots on their feet and wheels, but this is not the central idea. It may even be true according to the passage, but it's not the main idea. That's not the primary purpose of writing the passage. The field of robots is likely to be featured more and more in comics. Central idea is not about comics. Central idea is how it is becoming reality. Nano robots made from molecules that react to water. This is a distortion. This is incorrect. Got it? Did you understand this, everyone? Why the answer option is 1? Clear with this? Guys, I want some feedback. Come on. Yes, no. Did all of you understand this? Which one of the following statements best captures the sense of the first para? People who were infected by the nano sentinel robots became mutants. None of the options. Tiny sentinels called X-Men infected people, turning them into mutant robot overlords. The X-Men were mutant heroes who now had to battle tiny robots called nano sentinels. Okay, what is your answer option here, guys? The essence of the passage is कि अब एक नया चीज आया है, which is nano sentinels. Okay, these tiny sentinels are not called X-Men infected people. They are called nano sentinels. So option C is out. People who were infected by nano sentinels became mutants. No. The basic thing is कि अभी तक हम लोग ऐसे mutant heroes और X-Men वाले को battle करते थे और अब हमको nano sentinels से deal करना है. Wonderful. The answer option is D. Which one of the following scenarios, if false, will strengthen? essentially look for an option which weakens. अगर if true strengthen है तो strengthen वाला option ढूंढो, if false strengthen है तो जो भी दिया है यहाँ पे उसका उल्टा कर दो. Basically select an option which weakens the passage. Now guys, which option is weakening the passage? It's clearly A, right? Nano sentinel-like robots are likely to be used to inject people to convert them into robots cell by cell. ये तो कॉमिक में होता है, ये कॉमिक वाला पॉइंट है, ये रियलिटी में नहीं हो रहा है ऐसे. Guys, clearly the answer option is A. This is not true. ऐसे नहीं हो रहा है. Wonderful, very good. Which one of the following, if true, would be the most direct extension of the arguments in the passage? Come on, you tell me. The author is in love with the idea. Remember this. So we don't need a destructive effect. The passage is not talking about X-Men being created. वो first para में आके खत्म हो गया. Basically, it's about how it can help humans. So answer option is A. Wonderful. कितना टाइम लगा? Barely 6 minutes लगा है. इस पूरे 5-6 minutes लगा है. पूरा passage खत्म हो गया. Did you understand this? So 4 passages easily doable. You need to know how to manage your time well. Got it? Did all of you understand this? Clear with this, everyone? Any doubts still here? Okay, great. Next one. Let's take the first passage. That's what Pallavi had asked for. Okay, let's see the questions. Okay, this one's going to be very easy. You just have to look for the keywords. Main idea of the passage, a general question. A specific line, एक specific question है. And this is a spread out or an overall question. So, 2 questions तो easily answer हो जाएंगे. Why not B? कहाँ पे रुको? Why not B? Last में ना. Destruction, but then the author wouldn't say that he's in love with it, na Rakshit? The author clearly says कि I'm in love with the idea and it's going to really help the human body and it's going to help destroy diseases. Large scale destructive mutations तब तो गंदी चीज होगी ना ये तो. तब तो destructive चीज हो गया. Then the author wouldn't be in love with that wouldn't be an argument which would be given in the passage. Got it, Rakshit? Clear? Okay, let's go. First passage. Today we can hardly conceive of ourselves without an unconscious. Yet between 1700 and 1900 this notion developed as a genuinely original thought. आज तो ये बहुत common चीज है कि हम सब में एक unconscious है. पर 1700 से 1900 के बीच में जब ये concept निकला था काफी नया था. The unconscious burst the shell of conventional language, coined as it had been to embody the fleeting ideas and the shifting conceptions of several generations, until finally it became fixed and defined in specialized terms within the realm of medical psychology and Freudian psychoanalysis. So पहले तो it was vague idea, but now it's fixed and it's clearly defined. The vocabulary concerning the soul and mind increased enormously in the course of the 19th century. Soul and mind. The enrichments of literary and intellectual language led to an altered understanding of the meanings that underline time-honored expressions and traditional catchwords. Once coined popular and powerful new ideas attracted to themselves a whole host of seemingly unrelated issues, practices, and experiences, creating a peculiar network of preoccupations that as a group had not existed before. अब न्यू आइडियाज को आप कॉइन कर रहे हो, उसके साथ साथ a host of other issues, practices and experiences जुड़ रहे हैं. The drawn-out attempt to approach and define the unconscious brought together the spiritualist and the physical researcher broadline phenomena. The psychiatrist and so on and so forth, surgeon, तो इसके साथ साथ काफी सारे, the magnetizer, the physiologist, the physician, sleepwalking, anesthesia, skim and scan करो, philosopher, तो इसके साथ साथ बहुत सारे न्यू टर्म्स बन गए और एक नेटवर्क सा बन गया, एक ग्रुप सा बन गया है. Most, if not all, of these practices originated in the waning years or the dying years of the 18th century. The majority of topics too were either new or assumed hitherto or till now unknown. Striving vaguely and independently to give expression to a latent conception, hidden conception, various lines of thoughts can be brought together by some novel term. तो एक term आता है, उसके साथ साथ कई सारी चीजें जुड़ जाती है. It serves as a kind of resting place. फिर उससे further discussion निकलता है. The massive introduction of the term unconscious by Hartman appeared to focalize many stray thoughts. So कई सारे stray thoughts थे, कई सारे stray branches थे, वो सब focal point में आ गए. A comprehensive knowledge was gained. Further elaboration, unfolding. But see this, it proved fruitless because he extended its reach into every realm of organic and inorganic, spiritual and so on and so forth. और इससे क्या हो गया, जो precision था वो dilute हो गया. मतलब इतना extend हो गया कि जो concept का impact था वो dilute हो गया. Got it? It's basically how coining a new term leads to a lot of branches और सब काफी सारी चीजें उससे जुड़ जाते हैं और focalize हो जाते हैं, पर इससे जो वो essence of the term है वो dilute होने का डर रहता है. Now what have I done? I've skimmed and scanned. I've barely taken 2 minutes for this. Okay, now which of the following is closest to mapping the main arguments? Now guys, do you all agree that unconscious is a key word here in the passage? Unconscious is definitely a keyword in the passage. Language is definitely a keyword in the passage. तो ये दोनों तो नहीं है. अब insanity is not a keyword in the passage. It's basically about psychoanalysis, spirituality, soul, psychology and all other terms associated with it. So can I say that the answer option over here is C? Okay, I'm sure you can reach out to me on Telegram, Unacademy_Ritu Dudhoria. What the passage is about: the discovery of the unconscious as a part of the human mind, the identification of the unconscious as an object of physical research or psychical research, no. The collating of diverse ideas under the single term unconscious, the growing vocabulary of the soul and mind as diverse processes. Now definitely the word unconscious needs to be there. Can I say that the confusion here was between A and C? Yes, the confusion over here is C, but the main point of the passage is कि कितने diverse ideas, all of that, because a greater chunk of the passage mentions all the diverse ideas जो एक term से निकला या एक term से associate हुआ. So can I say the answer option is C? Yes? Got it guys? शशिकांत, या तो आप उसका एनालिसिस ठीक से नहीं कर रहे हो, आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर नहीं है, रीजन क्या है, आपने एनालाइज करके देखा? Clear with this everyone? Yes, Amit, solving it for the first time. Like with you guys. The enrichments of literary and intellectual language led to an altered understanding of the meanings that underlie time-honored expressions and traditional catchwords. Altered understanding. ठीक है, अब इसका closest in meaning. The meanings of time-honored expressions were changed. Time-honored expressions and traditional catchwords were enriched. Literary and intellectual language was altered by time-honored expressions and traditional catchwords. Done, Jishnu. Okay, now guys, अब यहाँ पे देखो आप. Okay, now The enrichments of literary and intellectual language led to an altered understanding of time-honored expressions. So literary and intellectual language was not altered. Literary and intellectual language, it led to the alteration. So D eliminate हो जाएगा, D निकल गया तो C निकल जाएगा. Time-honored expressions. The meaning were changed by innovations in literary and intellectual language. Time-honored expressions and traditional catchwords were enriched by literary and intellectual language. Now you always tell me, ma'am, we are confused between two options. We are confused between two options. How do we select? Then I always tell you guys, please understand the difference between the two options. The difference between the two options is, यहाँ पे meaning है, changed है और innovations है. Correct. यहाँ पे enriched है, innovation नहीं है, meaning नहीं है, traditional catchwords है. See, now you have to understand कि enrichment हुआ था intellectual language में. Enrichment meaning में नहीं हुआ, traditional catchwords में नहीं हुआ, time honored expressions में नहीं हुआ. And the meaning of the time honored expressions were altered, were changed. This is a better option. By what? By the enrichments or innovation in literary and intellectual language. So can I say that the answer option is A? Yes, did all of you understand this? Clear with this, everyone? All of the following may be considered valid inferences except, it's an exception question. New conceptions in the 19th century could provide new knowledge because of the establishment of fields such as anesthesiology. चेक करना पड़ेगा. चलो, where do you find this? Come on. Anesthesiology दिया है. Why not B? Time honored expressions and traditional catchwords were not enriched. It was the literary and intellectual language that were enriched. That's why I'm sure B is incorrect. इसमें meaning word नहीं है. Or time honored expressions were altered. They were changed. They were not enriched. So that's why your answer option will be A. Clear? So ये point mentioned नहीं है, and that is why the answer option over here will be A. Clear, guys? Any doubts with this? All the three passages clear with this, everyone? Okay, Amit, ये point mentioned ही नहीं है passage में, इसीलिए that's the answer. This is not mentioned. Got it? No, Ria, at least fourth question, if you want, you can leave because it's very specific. But the rest of the three, like the third one, you don't even need to know the passage for this. It's just basic language. It's just like which is the best restatement of the information given. But D is given a Rakshit कि क्योंकि ये linguistic development हुआ, new term coined हुआ, new vocabulary आई, उसके कारण soul और mind focus में आया. अगर आप देखो यहाँ पे तो option D तो mentioned है. This increased enormously in the course of the 19th century. So D can be inferred. Got it? Okay, let's come to the last passage here. Okay, summarizes the author's position about Pinker's book. True and false. Again, true and false except they may disagree. So this is more specific in nature. Okay, now let's have a look at the passage. Starting in 1957, Noam Chomsky proclaimed a new doctrine, language, that most human of all attributes was innate. He said language is innate. Language is inborn. Language is natural. The grammatical faculty was built into the infant brain, and your average 3-year-old was not a mere apprentice or learner in the great enterprise of absorbing English from his or her parents, but he was a linguistic genius. मतलब उनको पहले से ही पता है. Since this message was couched in terms of Chomsky's theoretical linguistics, okay, so and so and so, it was nearly incomprehensible. कई लोगों को ये समझ में नहीं आया. Many people did not hear it. Now look at the author's opinion. Brilliant, witty and satisfying book. ये finding सब तक पहुंचा है. He has gathered persuasive data to make his points. And when he disagrees with Mr. Chomsky, he tells you so. ठीक है, तो now the author's opinion about the book so far is brilliant, witty and satisfying book. For Mr. Chomsky and Mr. Pinker, somewhere in the human brain there is a complex set of neural networks that have been programmed with super rules. And these rules are unconscious and instinctive. ये natural होते हैं. पहले अगर ऐसा कोई लिखता, it would have been, poo-pooed, like people would not have agreed with it, as it would have been a black box theory. No one would believe in it. But now things are different. They have found that it is situated on the left side of the forebrain. Now difference, क्योंकि difference पे question है, तो हमको इस word पे focus करना पड़ेगा. Unless Mr. Chomsky, Mr. Pinker firmly places the wiring of the brain for language within the framework of the Darwinian natural selection. So Pinker is within the framework. He disposes of all claims that intelligent non-human primates like chimps have any ability to learn and use language. It is not that chimps lack the vocal apparatus, it's just that their brains are unable. He says वो लोग नहीं सीख सकते, मतलब उन लोगों को नहीं आता है. On the other hand, the language instinct, when it first appeared among our distant hominid ancestors, must have given them a selective reproductive advantage over their competitors. Yes, Sony, it's more than enough. According to Mr. Pinker, the roots of language must be in the genes. There cannot be a grammar gene. Yet he stresses one point. Even though there are 4,000 to 6,000 languages today, they are all sufficiently alike to be considered one language by an ET or an extraterrestrial observer. उनके लिए तो सब एक जैसा ही लगेगा. So most of the diversity is superficial and very minor. The racial differences are only skin deep, मतलब बहुत थोड़े हैं. And unity of humanity or languages. It's an exciting book. तो skim and scan कर लिया. अब questions पे आओ. ऐसे ही आपको skim and scan करना है. What is the author's position about Pinker's book? Anatomical developments like the voice box play a key role. The universality of the language instinct counters claims that Pinker's book is racist. The evolutionary and deterministic framework of Pinker's books makes it racist. Culture and environment play, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Culture and environment. Now what is your answer, guys? Does the author feel that the book is racist? No. Counters claims that the book is racist. Book racist nahi hai. Universality of language is clearly mentioned in the last para. Option A and D don't even tell us anything about Pinker's book. The question is about his position about Pinker's book. A and D don't even deal with that. So your answer option clearly is B. A and D are not even relevant to the question and C is not relevant to the passage. So your answer option will be B. Did all of you understand this? Clear? According to the passage, all of the following are true about language except all intelligent primates are gifted with it. Not all intelligent primates are gifted with it. Can I say that the answer will have to be between A and B? इतना तो कोई बच्चा भी बता देगा, इतना तो कोई बच्चा भी बता देगा ना. C and D देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. These two are contradictory. So दोनों में से एक तो आंसर होगा ही. All intelligent primates are gifted with it. No, he clearly says chimps are not. So your answer option will be A. Easy? Very easy. Next one. All of the following are true except writes in a different style, disagrees with Chomsky on certain grounds, ये true है, draws extensively from Chomsky's propositions, draws from behavioral psychology theories. Okay, what is your answer option here? Different style, draws extensively, yes, उसका extension जरूर है. Draws from behavioral psychology theories. जाके देखो ऊपर. He disagrees with Chomsky. He does not draw from behavioral psychology. He draws from developmental psychology, speech therapy, cognitive neuroscience, not behavioral psychology. So can I say that the answer option over here will be, क्या होगा हमारा आंसर ऑप्शन? हमारा आंसर ऑप्शन होगा D, not behavioral psychology theories. Clear? Very good. On the basis of the information in the passage, they disagree with each other on which of the following points? Guys, passage में clearly दिया है कि unlike Mr. Chomsky, Pinker feels that it is within the framework of the Darwinian. Remember हमने highlight भी किया था within the framework of the Darwinian. तो ये वो आंसर है जिसमें दोनों differ करते हैं, जिसमें दोनों का point of view unlike है. Yes, so answer option will be B. Guys, questions बहुत doable थे. बस more time on the questions. Skim and scan the passage. Don't let the passage overwhelm you. डरो मत पैसेज को देखकर. क्या करना है फिर? बस कीवर्ड्स देखो, देखो क्या कहाँ दिया है, जनरल आइडिया ले लो और क्वेश्चंस पे आ जाओ. Got it? Did all of you understand this? Clear? Okay, let's go to the VA section now. Come on, para jumble, proper sequence. Come on guys, try it out and then I will explain. Go ahead. Try करो एक बार जिन लोगों ने नहीं किया है. Okay, come on guys. Wonderful. The answer to this question is 3412. Let's check this out. Okay, businesses find automation such as robotic employees a big asset in terms of productivity and efficiency. Can be your opener. But in recent years, robotics has had increasing impacts on unemployment, not just of manual labor. So this is negative, and there's an important keyword but. For years, politicians have promised workers that they would bring back their jobs by clamping down For years, politicians have promised workers that they would bring back their jobs by clamping down on trade, offshoring and immigration. Economists based on the research say that the bigger threat to jobs now is not globalization but automation. See, ये ऑप्शन जो है ये ग्लोबलाइजेशन के बारे में है, पर ये ऑप्शन जो है अब बोल रहा है कि ग्लोबलाइजेशन इतना बड़ा थ्रेट नहीं है पर ऑटोमेशन इतना ज्यादा बड़ा थ्रेट है. Now this is positive for automation and this option is negative for automation. Businesses को अच्छा लगता होगा robots, but robots are causing unemployment. So 4, 1 and 2 deal with automation. Did you understand the point here? 3 is like a dummy opener. It tells us कि globalization threat लगता था, trade, offshoring, immigration ये सब threat लगता था, पर अब उनसे ज़्यादा बड़ा threat है automation, robots taking over. Businesses को robots अच्छे लगते हैं, but it leads to unemployment. Got it? The answer option over here is 3, 4, 1, 2. Very good. Come on, next question. Come on guys, odd one out. You have to find the odd one out. Go ahead. Guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe this video. Come on. Okay, Anshu. You can reach out to me on the Telegram channel. It's active. Okay, you feel 3 is the odd one out. Wonderful. The answer option is 3. They often include a foundation course on navigating capitalism. The best Chinese business school look like their Western rivals, but now growing distinct. For students, a big draw is a chance to rub shoulders with captains of China's private sectors. Their business courses. So guys, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 all talk about China schools. Chinese schools and how, they're coming up with new courses and their offerings are so distinct and foundation courses and business courses and so on and so forth. But if you look at 3, this talks about Western schools have enhanced their offerings. Keywords तो होंगे पर इस पे theme पूरा ही shift हो चुका है. So that's why the answer option is 3. That's not the focus. The focus is not on Western schools, it's on Chinese schools. Okay, come on. Again, proper sequence, guys. Go ahead. Yes, Anshu, you have to reach out to me on the Telegram channel. Cannot share personal information here. Come on, everyone. Anshu, you just have to go on Unacademy, just search it in Telegram. It's a public group, so you will find it. Unacademy _ Ritu, R capital, D capital, Ritu Dhudhoria. Okay, what is the answer, guys, to this particular question? Guys, इस question का answer है 2314. Let's check this out. It is regimes of truth that make certain relationships speakable. Relationships like subjectivities are constituted through discursive formations with sustained regimes of truth. Relationships are nothing without the communication that brings them into being. Interpersonal communication is connected to knowledge. A Foucauldian approach to relationships goes beyond these conceptions of discourse and history to macro-level regimes of truth as constituting relationships. Reconsidering micro-practices within relationships that are constituted within and simultaneously contributors to regimes of truth acknowledges the sentence. It's completely it's completely abstract. Okay, this passage out here is completely abstract in nature. Can you tell me what links have you built or what links can you build? ये जो है वो common conceptions है. These conceptions refer to the conceptions mentioned in 2. ये relational histories, ये conception, अब उससे बढ़कर what they say is macro level regimes of truth. Now which option continues with the regime of truth? So 2 and 3 का link है because of these conceptions. Regime of truth से 3 and 1 linked है and 4 will be the last statement. हमने ज़्यादा infer भी नहीं किया. We just focused on the keywords. Got it? Got it, guys? Okay, next one. Come on, again. Para jumble, go ahead. Now clear, Ria? Okay, next one. Guys, next question, since you've tried it out, let's discuss it. 3214. Restitution of artifacts to original cultures could face legal obstacles as many Western museums are legally prohibited from disposing of their collections. This is in response to countries like Nigeria, which are pressuring European museums to return their precious artifacts. Museums in Europe today are struggling to come to terms with their colonial legacy, some taking steps to return artifacts but not wanting to lose their prized collections. अब कॉलोनी के टाइम बनाते बनाते उन्होंने सब लूट लिया, अब उनको रिटर्न करना पड़ रहा है पर उनको करना नहीं है. Legal hurdles notwithstanding, so they could face legal obstacles. Legal hurdles notwithstanding, सिर्फ वही नहीं. So 1 and 4 का लिंक समझ में आता है. Legal obstacles, but not just that. Legal hurdles notwithstanding, irrespective of that. This is in response to, this is what? This taking steps to return artifacts. So 3214. Got it? Did all of you understand this? Clear with this, everyone? Okay, wonderful. Let's go to the next one. Come on, guys. Odd one out. The right answer to this odd one out question is 4. A typical example is Wikipedia. Example of what? Where the overwhelming majority of contributors are male and so the available content is skewed or biased to reflect their interests. Without diversity of thoughts and representation, society is left with a distorted or a biased picture which are likely to result in augmenting inequalities, bias. Gross gender inequality is problematic. While redressing unequal representation in the workplace is a step in the right direction, broader social change is needed to address the structural inequalities embedded within the current organization of work and employment. If technology merely reflects the perspectives of the male stereotype, then new technologies are unlikely to accommodate the diverse social context. So this is related to technology and gender inequality. This is related to gender inequality in the technology sector. Okay, this is also related to gender inequality in the technology sector. But if you look at 4, it's not specific to gender inequality. It is very generic. Did you understand this? Did you understand why 4 is the odd one out? Great. Okay, next one. Para summary, guys. Come on. Para summary question on your screen. Guys, do not forget 20% accuracy. Next one, guys. People view idleness as a sin and industriousness or hard work as a virtue. And in the process have developed an unsatisfactory relationship with their jobs. Work has become a way for them to keep busy. करते रहो कुछ ना कुछ. अगर आपका काम meaningless लगता है तो भी करते रहो. In their need for activity, people undertake what was once considered work. The opposing view is that hard work has made us prosperous and improved our levels of health and education. It has also brought innovation and labor and time-saving devices. So, दो contradictory views है यहाँ पे. Now, ये देखो, some believe that hard work has been glorified to the extent that it has become meaningless and led to greater idleness. But where have they said that it's led to greater idleness? Despite some detractors or critics, hard work is essential in today's world. Irrelevant idea. It has overtaken all aspects of our life. Irrelevant. तो बेसिकली ये कि कुछ लोग उसको मतलब समझते हैं कि एंडलेस मीनिंगलेस है, but it's also led to a lot of benefits, innovation, labor, and so on and so forth. So the best answer option is D. It was a very easy question. The examination also, guys, focus more on odd one out in para summary. चलो next वाला. Brazil's growth rate has been low, yet most Brazilians say their financial situation has improved and they expect it to get even better. Incomes are rising. Unemployment खत्म हो रहा है. Improve social security, economic stabilization, primary education. But despite recent improvements, the Brazilian economy is still painfully unequal. Did you understand the contradiction over here? That it's still painfully unequal. Most Brazilians feel that they have benefited, but the poor continue to be dealt unfairly by the state or by the government. They are unaware of the problems, misled. No, it is doing well. That's not misleading. Poor Brazilians, that was the key word, and answer option A gives us that. Okay, come on everyone, last question. But before we go on to the last question, guys, let me remind all of you about the Unlock 20 offer, and in addition to that, guys, few very important announcements. See, I'm sure all of you have heard about the AIMT, the All India Mock Test, okay, which is going to happen on October 16th. उस mock test के लिए आपको prepare करने के लिए there is a CAT Mega Boot Camp which is going to take place, and it's going to be a 12-hour live marathon series by top educators, toppers and guest speakers. This boot camp will happen on 14th and 15th. All the topics will be covered. It will be live, master classes, ask me anything sessions, and the top 15 learners in the test will also win goodie boxes. But more importantly, guys, the learning that you will get through this bootcamp is unparalleled. And once you're prepared and you've practiced, guys, आपके लिए बहुत सारे tests आ रहे. For example, the All India mock test. It's one of the biggest mock test series going to happen pan India, curated by experts, curated by CAT 100 percentilers. In addition to knowledge, you can also win prizes up to 25 crores. 50,000 plus CAT aspirants are going to compete for this, and you're going to get an all India rank. And the top 1,000 rankers will get their CAT application fee reimbursed. All you have to do is apply the code Ritu MBA. Please note down the date, guys. October 16th is the next AIMT. This is your schedule out here. Okay. Also make sure that आप लोग PYQs पे focus करो. Last जितने भी especially last 5 years के PYQs curated हैं PYQ test में, link description में है. Enroll करो. Do apply the code Ritu MBA and enroll soon. Again, reminding you guys about the All India mock test. 66 questions, 120 minutes. Next AIMT is on 16th, 12 baje se. Prizes up to 25 crores, 50,000 plus test takers curated by best experts, completely based on the CAT pattern. ये QR code आप scan कर सकते हो in order to enroll for the test. Okay. Okay, you just have to scan this AIMT QR code. One. Okay, got it, guys? Did all of you understand this? Clear with this? Okay, I have all of you enrolled for it. Okay, got it, everyone? Okay, the rest of it I will tell you later. Let's come to the last question. Okay, guys, last question पे एक बार नजर डालते हैं. Come on. Okay, guys, go through the question. What is your answer? Okay, let's have a look at this, guys. The human mind is wired to see patterns. Not only does the brain process information as it comes in, it also stores insights from all our past experiences. Every interaction, happy or sad, is catalogued in our memory. Intuition draws from that deep memory. In other words, intuitive decisions are based on data and not contrary to data as many would like to assume. When we subconsciously spot patterns, the body starts firing neurochemicals in both the brain and the gut. These somatic markers are what give us the instant sense that something is right or that it's off. Not only are these automatic processes faster than rational thought, but our intuition draws from decades of diverse qualitative experiences. Okay, now intuitions are automatic processes and are therefore faster. Incorrect, A is incorrect, may not be related to data, infinitely richer than big data. Guys, your answer option over here is D. Got it? Did all of you understand this? It draws from the deep memory well. Rich and vast database of experiences are deep memory. Clear? Did all of you understand this? Got it, guys? Wonderful. So we've completed the entire CAT 2021 slot 3 paper. Guys, please make sure that you like, share and subscribe. You can't say that it's richer. Okay, I'll come to your question. Your question is, why not A? Therefore faster. Where have they said? Where are they said that they are faster? Here? Correct? But ये point, therefore faster वाला point incorrect है. Because they are automated processes, that is why they are not faster. Not only are the automatic processes faster than rational thought, ये दो different points है. They are automatic processes, they are faster than thought. But you cannot say that because they are automatic processes, they are faster than rational thought. And this has nothing to do with the rich database. Did you understand that, Tanishq? Okay, very good. Guys, do subscribe. Final app for CAT 2022 batch October 13th को launch हो रहा है. Sample notes for CAT, you can download it Free notes hai guys on all the 3 topics. You just have to enter your name, number and email ID. Want to see your faces on this wall? Jaldi se guys, special classes attend karo. YouTube classes, tomorrow guys, YouTube, I will see you at 5 PM without fail. Please like, share and subscribe this video. Till then, take care everyone. Goodbye.